Hi guys, welcome back to Small Seed Big Impact, episode 12. Look at us going. Today we have a special episode for you. Just kidding. It's a Q&A. I posted a box last week on our story and said if you have any questions for us, drop them there. So thanks to everybody who wrote questions in. We appreciate you. I'll try to do this. I think I'm going to try to do Q&As every 15, 20, every 10, 15 episodes, try to do a Q&A.
Okay.
If that seems good.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we get new questions too. We get different questions. I feel like a lot of times people have similar. A lot of times people have similar questions. What are you looking at? These plants?
It'd be nice to have these plants not here.
I know. This one I did move, so if you feel like it's more in your face, it's because it probably is. I also moved to this one when I was filming, so. Anyways, one day maybe we'll have a real studio. Maybe. If we keep this going.
With no plants.
What?
With no plants.
Or real plants.
No plants.
So that they're not or we'll have more space between us and the plants. This is, our room is so small. We only have so much space.
0 plants.
Why? The plants give the good energy.
No.
Not these fake ones, but, these ones look good, but.
Nah.
Do they look good? They just give some texture to the background. Anyways, what's been up? Real quick recap of your life. Launched Blueberry Lemon.
Yeah, we didn't record last week.
Yeah, we didn't record last week because it was so crazy. Thankfully, we did have one on the back burner, so we were able to post that up.
Yeah, and now we're recording the night before a leg day, which I don't like.
Love to do, yeah. But I think this will be a relatively quick one.
Doesn't matter. Still messes up. To add anything is to cut into sleep.
True. Well, we'll see. Well, it's going to cut into sleep. But we haven't been sleeping good anyways. I don't know what's been going on, but we've
Even more reason to not cut into the lousy sleep we have.
Well, we have to keep going with the podcast. So I was like, tonight we're going to record. Because tomorrow night we got shipping. And we've been so crazy with the Blueberry Lemon launch is what I was going to say. Which was literally our biggest launch to date, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was, you were dying in the kitchen, but
and
we did good
and
though.
you were happy.
I was happy that we got such a big week.
She was happy I wasn't around.
No, I wasn't happy you weren't around. I was happy we had such a big order week. And I was happy we got a tiny bit of a head start on it too. A tiny bit. And then I was happy I feel like last week was such a, the kids were very much into their own, kind of playing with themselves. So I feel like it was good because if it was a regular week, it would have been even more intense and even more stressful for you, I feel like. So I was glad I was able to help with some of the stuff that I can do while the kids are playing, write on the labels or do the boxes or whatever, and even help packaging.
It was very helpful.
So that was good because usually I wouldn't have been able to do that if it was just a regular week. It's nice that the kids are getting older now, so I feel like I've been having this feeling that I feel like I'm going to be able to do a little bit more, weave in and out.
This is what we've always said.
No, I know, but it's come now. Now they're at that place where I'm now they I could, I sat down for an hour. They played in the hot tub, and I was sat down for an hour and just wrote on all those boxes,
outside. Watching them.
Yeah, of course, yes. I wasn't an officer or anything, I was watching them. But still, I would have never been able to do that even last year, even a couple months ago. Which is just nice that they're getting to that age where I feel even if it's 30 minutes, I'm I can make this post really, if I have the video content, I'm I can just put together this post.
Also the nice weather helps.
For sure. A million percent.
Winter's always the worst because we're inside.
Winter's the worst for me too.
That's meant for the kids.
Yeah, for the kids. But I'm saying me too. I don't want to. It's not fun. Anyways, yes, amazing launch. Thank you everybody so much for such an amazing launch. And now I just got to keep. That pushed us to basically where we have said we can do on our own. We just us two. If we did that every order period.
Cat.
Yeah. That was
That
was our pushing us to the brim of making sure the bars go out on time. And how much we can produce, how much you can produce in the kitchen in that actual period of time. And that was even taking days off of the gym and going in early. Yeah, I know. Which will be a growing pain period time where we'll have to do that before we can either get a machine or get another person or whatever. So, anyways, today we're gonna be doing the Q&A. So, should we just jump into it?
Sure.
All right. First question. I'm just gonna go.
I don't know any of these questions.
It's okay. First question. If you started over and could start a business in any industry, what would it be in?
Jeez.
Not food. Just kidding. CPG is a very interesting world. I don't know if I'd go into
If I could start over in business,
in any, yeah.
do I have to do it the same way I did it this way?
I mean, no. I guess
What's
it's
the
like
question again?
if you could start over and start a business in any industry, what would it be?
So then it would have to be in the same way we did it. Like the slow roll.
Why would it have to be like that?
Because she's not saying what else would you, or he or she is not saying like what else, like what would you do differently. They're just saying if you had to do everything you just did, would you, what?
In any industry,
what
industry would you
go
into?
what would you have done in a different industry? Because business would have been, if I could go back and start business, I would have done it completely differently.
What would you have done differently in business?
Not done it. That's what I would have done.
You would have never helped me. You would have been like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, I would have not done it.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's been good. You know what I would have done? I would have tried to figure out early, like, some type of, like, co-packer or, like, something where, like, our bars could have gone to, like, a co-packer.
Yeah,
and then tried to figure out... Yeah, but then I would have tried to figure out, like, capital.
For sure.
Like a bank loan or, like, something, like, or try to get, like, investors or, like, people we, like, personally know to try to, like, invest in us to, like... Or literally, like, credit, like, I don't know, something. Like, I think I would have tried to, because I think, like, the most difficult thing for us specifically, and anybody who makes their own products can, like, say this too, is, like, the most difficult thing and what takes the most time, most energy, most stress is the literal making of the product.
It's manufacturing.
Yeah. Which is why everybody gets their products manufactured.
For
like,
sure.
If you're going to start in any industry, just don't make your product.
You need upfront capital.
Just don't make your product. That's like what
that'd be the number one thing I always tell everyone. You need way more money than you think.
For sure.
Way more.
Way more. That's like, yeah.
Way more.
Way more money that's going to take way longer than I think it's going to take.
Depends how much money you have.
True.
That is true.
Yeah. What industry would you go into though?
If I had to do business the same way I did it now?
Yeah.
Like the same way we just did it?
I guess if you had limited capital, like I guess
me personally, everyone knows I don't really care what I do.
Yeah, I know.
Like I have no direct passion.
Yeah.
I think if I do it the same way, I would have stayed in food.
You would have.
Because it's such a fast turnaround, and margins are great.
Yes, that's true.
Like I would have just privately meal prepped, like either a private chef, or for a gym or a couple of gyms, and then slowly accrued clients, and then brought in one sous chef, as I like kept growing. I think that if you have a low capital and just don't mind sweat equity, that's an easy thing to jump into.
Yeah. That's what you worked at too before.
That's also what I did.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I could, like, for anyone, I'm like, oh, you can just make such great margins, and you can literally do it in your own house.
For sure.
Until you get to a certain...
And if you have, like, 10 people, you're, like, making, like...
Sure, but until you get to, like, your own... Like, until you're getting into, like... Like, if you label yourself as a private chef, you don't need to be in a food space kitchen.
No. Yeah, I know.
Like, it's just dumb.
I agree.
But anyway, it's such an easy way to low... I feel like that would be a very easy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's low cost. Personal training is another low cost. I would not have done that, though, because...
I could never do any of those, like, service-based...
I don't want to be any... Yeah, I don't want to be any
I don't
type
think
of
it could be, like, a
sales or
service-based, yeah.
I like operations.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do. But anyway, yeah, I feel like meal prep's a really good one. That's it.
That's really all I do.
I'm trying to think of like I'm just trying to think of the same way we did it. It was like basically like we poured what money we had into it and then had to just roll.
Try to like make it.
And I'm like without upfront capital, I wouldn't have done anything else.
Yeah.
Like everything else, you need your own place, you need a location, you need like a foot traffic.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I might have done like some type of like bakery baked goods because I feel like there's really good margins on like baked goods. You can charge like a pretty high.
Like that's kind of like the same thing I'm saying.
Yeah, you can charge like pretty good money.
But you need money to get a baker. Like if you want a storefront, you need money.
Yeah, that's true.
But you could do the same thing. It's just meal prep, but with baked goods.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna start selling muffins.
Yes.
Like whatever it is, and you start at your house, and then I personally feel like meal prep you can scale faster than
like baked goods.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking,
me personally.
Yeah, and like you don't care.
And
I'm thinking like my personal
food waste.
I'm like my personal passion would be like baked goods
for sure.
And everybody loves
that's kind of what we're gonna do.
So
anyway,
why not?
Prior, we're gonna do
a cafe.
A cafe,
which is different, not baked.
Sure,
goods.
but you had a lot of like sweet items on the menu.
I mean, yeah, but it was like breakfast, lunch.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's still like your passion.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Fatty.
if I could do a cafe, I would totally. If I had like if I had the finances and it didn't matter like, and I didn't need money coming, because I know I feel like it's just such a like restaurants are so hard to keep open. I would still do a cafe right now. Like I love,
a passion project.
Yes, like I love
like
like
you don't care for it too much
I love
money.
like aesthetic, like good like plating,
Sure.
like good vibes, good atmosphere. Like you step in and you're just like, yes, like I love it here. Like I want to stay here. Like this feels so good and clean and fresh and like I love cafe. I'm just like a cafe person. Like I'm like, ooh, I love going to like breakfast spots, like brunch spots. Like that just feels so like good and fresh and like you're sitting in there and you're like, take a picture of me here, and then the food comes out and it's plated so nice with like flour, like it just looks good, you know. Yeah. And you pay like $20 for like a piece of avocado toast.
Good
That's the kind of place I'm talking about.
Not when you have $500,000 worth of beautiful furniture in there.
But,
no margins.
No, but that's I think like if I didn't have to worry about money, I would do that.
For sure. I think to really answer the question, I would have never gotten into business.
You wouldn't have.
No.
Oh.
I just don't care to.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. Like, I have no desire. I loved being an entrepreneur. I could run someone else's business, perfectly happy, not give a care.
Yeah.
Like, because I think I could go in anywhere and work my way to a high enough position where I have a lot of autonomy, and I'd be very happy.
For sure.
I do not need to own my own stuff.
You would rather be like a number two and not have the stress of like the owning part of it.
I still had all that stress.
I know, but it wasn't like if it failed, it wasn't like your.
It still felt like it was.
I mean, yes. If you're at the top, it's like part.
I still had all that stress. I personally don't need to go through the beginning phase of starting because I don't care to own my own thing. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
You know. Do you disagree?
No, I mean I agree with you, and I agree that you would be able to like work your way up and be like totally good in it. All right, next question. How do you come up with new flavors?
Great question.
You guys, the people.
Yeah.
We really do take the actual suggestions. Like, that's how we come up with new flavors. Suggestions. And then whatever one, usually we're seeing that's, like, repetitive, we'll try to see if we can make it. And then there's some that are repetitive that, like, we'll just never be able to make, like, something like a s'mores or something like that. It's just, like, not, at least at this moment in time, just not possible with, like, because we don't believe in putting, like, cane sugar in our stuff, so that's, like...
Or chemicals?
Yeah, but, like, marshmallows are literally, like, cane sugar. You know what I mean? It's just, like, sugar.
Something else in there.
Like, I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, there probably is, but...
Natural
there's
flavoring.
there's specific things that, like, in our bars that we wouldn't put in, so it's hard to do certain flavors. But the ones that, like, come up the most often are usually, like, put at the top of our list for when we're coming up with new flavors, and then those are the ones that we roll into. So when we tell you guys, like, actually suggest flavors, and you guys, the people who do, that's, like, we really do take those suggestions.
For sure.
For, like, actual...
I mean, one of our main ingredients now was a suggestion from, like, one of my old online friends for, like, a nutmeg or whatever. Was it nutmeg? Nougat? Is that
No,
flavor?
I came up with that. I told you about the mesquite.
I know, because I asked you to find that flavoring of the nougat.
That was the friend told you to find the nougat.
Yeah. And then you found the mesquite.
Yeah. And I was like, mesquite, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So people suggest things, and we're like...
We've come up with a couple of our own flavors. Espresso is ours. Coffee cake.
People wanted the coffee though. No, coffee cake is a suggested one.
Back then? Now it probably is.
It was back then, too.
Was it?
Coffee cake.
Blueberry lemon?
Coffee is always, like, a suggested flavor, too. Blueberry lemon was a suggested flavor. Lemon poppy seed was a suggested flavor.
Ago. I don't believe
These are.
Lemon
these
was.
are. Huh?
Yeah,
these are all suggested flavors, for real. Okay.
We actually got swindled into keeping lemon to keep a major wholesaler. Which is just kind of funny because it was notoriously our best seller for like 3 years straight until this past year.
It's still like a really popular.
It's still top three.
When I signed the notes, it's like lots of lemon poppy flavors.
But it used to be top one for like 3 years straight.
No, it's a good one. People like it.
And we only kept it to have wholesalers. It's just fun.
Thankfully, we kept it around because it's very popular. Yes. And I love like the yellow label.
And we still have that wholesale
really good. Yeah.
And they are good. They're a chain.
Any new flavors dropping soon?
No.
I think there are.
No.
No new... Is there any new ones we have?
I just dropped blueberry.
No, I know, but the next one will be dropping in the summer. What?
It's not next. There will be another returning flavor that we haven't had for a little bit.
For 2 years? 2 years?
Yes, but it's not anytime soon.
Yeah,
and it won't be next,
soon.
and it won't be the next.
Yes, it will.
No, it might be the next.
No, it's not going to be the next, but it's going to be the second next.
I decide.
It's true, he does decide. I hope it's the second next week. It has to be during the summer. It's a summer flavor.
It's April. We
It's
got like 3 months till summer. It just turned spring.
Alright, listen.
Calm yourself.
It's not coming out soon, he's right, because we just dropped the blueberry lemon. And we usually... I mean, actually the way our new flavors come in is that usually like either one sells out or an old flavor is like kind of linked to a season and we're like, hey, that season has passed and then it's like time to, like, we don't really want to keep like a pumpkin chai in like the
February.
spring, you know? Yeah, exactly. Or keep like, I don't know, like a peppermint cocoa like in the spring. Like it's just like, there's flavors like that we're like, okay, we're gonna like, we have to move it out. Yeah, even if we haven't sold out.
Orange cranberry, gotta go.
Yeah, exactly. There's like, even right now, do we have apple crumble still? Or is that one gone?
Peanut butter apples now. I took apple crumble.
Yeah, because apple crumble is also like a fall one, you know.
We have no more like actual like season flavors except for the one you're just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is just kind of like could be anytime flavors for the rest of the year.
Blueberry lemon is definitely a spring flavor.
Until next flavor. That's how I'm talking about coming up.
Yeah. We have just like...
Blueberry lemon could be year round. People get blueberry lemon muffins from Dunkin' 365.
Dunkin'.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Death to blueberry muffins.
I love blueberry muffins. Dunkin's blueberry muffins.
Just because they're covered in sugar.
They're so good. Yeah, they have that crusted sugar on the top.
You probably cut open and put butter in it.
Yes!
Of course you did.
They would give you a big chunk of butter, and you'd be like, warm it up, and then they would cut it in half with a chunk of butter.
This is why America is so unhealthy.
And the butter would like be super melted. You'd open it up, and it'd be like wet in there.
Because of
like,
this reaction, exactly, people lust food. This is why America's so unhealthy. Don't be like Holly.
If I ate it now, I'd probably be sick, but I used to love those muffins when they would warm up with that chunk of butter in the middle. It'd just be nice and... Ooh, now I'm going to make blueberry muffins.
Do it, I'll eat some. Put some protein in there.
I know. Opal's next stand
cookies.
can be some protein muffins.
Perfect.
Alright. What's your non-negotiable for every day?
Work. I mean, that's pretty much it.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Everything else can go. Family emergencies. Like if one of the three of you really need me, that trumps everything.
Of course.
And then work trumps everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if it's not a need, anything can go.
Yeah, because like we'll even skip the gym.
Skip the gym. I skip eating. Thankfully, I don't have to do that anymore, but I used to.
I mean, that's like a little bit. It's like a survive. You need to like survive.
I know, but I would eat like one meal a day so I could get all my work done.
Yeah, that's not good.
But tell me about it. I'll get rid of anything but work. Work's my non-negotiable.
Yeah, everything's pretty negotiable for me. I don't have a very, my schedule's not very consistent.
That's a funny question. I feel like it's because people do like all these things of like morning routines and like, I gotta do blank and blank. I'm like, listen, when you are actually important, the only thing that matters is that important thing you do. That's it. All the rest is just filler BS of you not being important.
Yeah. I'm like trying to think, like, I do try to work out every day, but I don't, but like we'll skip.
Yep. If
like,
whatever your responsibility
every day, but we'll skip. Like, I try to do, like, I do write in my journal, but I don't write in it every day.
For sure.
I gua sha every day. Maybe that's my non-negotiable. But there are days that I skip sometimes if, like, I forget it. If, like, I don't do it after the shower.
Right.
No, then I try to do it at night. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't have a single thing that I probably do every single day.
Working out is close.
Caffeine.
For sure. Caffeine's a non-negotiable.
Caffeine. That's my non-negotiable.
Yeah. My only real like mantra for like daily stuff is like I do what I must do and that's all I have to do.
Caffeine, and I make sure I get outside. That is one thing I do. I don't
make
care.
Sure I die
I have to go outside for at least like 15-20 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's just taking Sunny on a walk, and that's like the only time we're outside. But I'm always telling the kids, like, we gotta get outside, we gotta go outside, we gotta go outside. I need to go outside to like re-regulate my like life. And just I feel like better outside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, alright, gotta get sun, and then I'm happy. So I guess getting sun every day is my non-negotiable.
Sure.
Work every day is your non-negotiable.
Because I have to do it.
Yeah. What would it be if it wasn't like a have to? Working out?
I'd work out.
Yeah.
Which is what I like to do.
Yeah. I think mine would probably be working out too.
Yeah.
because that sets the day
First
up.
thing in the morning.
Sets the day up for like a good day.
One of the first things you do in the morning, I should say.
Yeah, it sets it up for like a better.
Not like the people who they're like can work out whenever. I'm like, you are not working out right.
Oh my gosh, I
like,
cannot.
You're also like, there's no way you're going like hard enough to actually be working out. If you can work out at any time in the day and they're all like decent workouts, I'm like, you are probably a 60%er, you know?
Or like working out at night, like after you work your job or something. I'm like, ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think some people like to do that because they get to eat all their meals. But I just couldn't have my caffeine that late.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I'd be
well,
like
they might
wired.
not use caffeine, so.
I'd be like, wired. Or I'd just be burnt from the whole day. Like, are you like actually like, I guess as my day goes on, I get less and less hydrated. Less and less, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I would always choose to wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, work out. If I had a 6 a.m. job, I'm waking up at 2 or 3 so I can go work out for an hour before I go to my 6 a.m. job.
Yeah.
Rather than go at
like 4 p.m. or whatever.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Just because your cortisol levels are still so high. Like after you work out, your body's trashed and you need to like flush it out.
Yeah. I do also like starting my
And
day
your
with a
hormones are
workout.
trashed.
Because it's like a check. Like it feels like an
Sure.
accomplishment.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, all right, now I can get my day started. I
agree.
did something like hard. Okay. What are you doing right now to what are you doing to prioritize your health right now?
Absolutely nothing. Lots of caffeine, low sleep, high stress. I work every single day, and they say not to do that because it just tanks your mental health. They say not to work. They say not to work like yeah. Which they say not to work like more than like X amount of hours in a day, too many days in a row. It tanks your mental health. I'm just dying.
Are you okay? Is your mental health good?
It's never okay.
It's not okay.
But I don't bitch about it, so.
It's true because his mental health is unwell. He's not going to talk about it. To prioritize,
You've been getting fitter?
yeah. I've been trying to be more focused on, like, taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to stay hydrated, which is one thing I suck at. I've been trying to eat meals, which is another thing I suck at. I've been eating lunch every day, which is,
You
like,
gotta say
good
that
for
you're
me.
getting better at.
I'm getting better at. Why? I am getting
Because if
better.
you say you suck at it, then you're gonna just keep thinking.
I sucked at it.
Just say you're getting better.
I'm getting better at it. And yeah, I've been just trying to take care of myself more. Like physically, mentally, emotionally. Better.
I'm on top of that.
I've been trying to that's why I've been like journaling, and like I said, I don't do it every day, but like I try to do it in the morning. Like right when I wake up in the morning, just do one page. And I've just been trying to, be better. I've been trying to be more focused also. I guess that's what I'm doing for my mental health.
Selfish season is.
Taking care of myself. And taking care of my kids. I feel like right now, like, I'm like really good in my motherhood right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like me and the kids and everything is like really good. So I feel good about that.
Good.
How do you find time for each other with the business growing?
We don't.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have time for each other.
We're on the very back burner.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but our relationship is like the very last thing that is on our list of things to be done. Like we don't ever go on dates. We don't ever do anything. Our hang out time is at night after the kids go to bed. Which is usually like us being like we just want to be brain dead because we've had like a long day.
For sure.
So we don't really. I like wish we went on dates. I want to go on dates. I want to like date you.
That'd be nice.
I know. I wish we had time.
No time.
Have time for.
I don't have time to work out every day.
Have time for us.
Yeah.
We should make like a.
Well, if we can go back and we never start the business, maybe
we should make it like a once a month thing.
We can't.
Why?
Literally,
we could.
No, we can't.
We could.
We cannot.
Because we could prioritize us, and we could be like
Listen,
once
if
a month.
I can't even work out every day.
Once a month,
nothing
we
else
can
matters.
go out for like 2 hours.
I literally, my day I fight for 5 minutes a time.
I know, but like.
You don't know.
On a Tuesday, instead of cleaning, we can go on a date.
I still work, and you still have to clean.
But we'll skip a Tuesday. One Tuesday a month is fine. Yeah. If we don't clean 1 week, that's okay. No. To go on a date.
No.
See, you don't want to date me.
I don't have time.
You do. We could do it on a Tuesday.
I don't have time.
We could have the sitter come, and we could go in the morning. We could go.
Then it takes away our work time.
We could go work out together.
That just takes
We could
way
go to
more
that
time.
gym over there.
Yeah.
We can go work out together. We can come back up and go to piano. And then the
The
day's
answer
still
to
the
this
exact
question is
same.
we don't.
We don't, but I wish we did. That's the answer to the question. Alright. What are some of your favorite add-ins like blue spirulina for everyday use?
No, this is your question.
Add-ins? Blue spirulina is actually one of Sage's favorites. He loves it. We add it to everything. Smoothies. Smoothies is his main thing, but also smoothies, cookies, pancakes, like muffins. We add it into everything. Also, I love bee pollen right now with like allergies. I've been adding that just into like my yogurt bowls, smoothies, like cereal or anything like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like specific that are like special add-ins. I don't even know. I'm not super fancy. I don't do anything super fancy.
I mean, you just eat whole foods.
Yeah.
You know?
Just like lots of variety of fruits and vegetables. And I do lots of yogurt bowls, and the kids love smoothies. And right now it's getting warmer. We do lots of smoothies. So we'll add like stuff in like that. And like I'll do like sea moss when I'm sick, or like elderberry when I'm sick. But most of the like special ones are just when I'm not feeling good, not like in an everyday use.
I just try to add caffeine to everything.
Yeah. Last question. When's Shane's next day off?
Don't know.
Never. When's your next day off? How many days in a row do you have to work till you get a day off?
Well, with our new season, probably not till the fall.
Until we go on our family trip.
Yeah. So
October.
October.
Catch you in November. Yeah. Legit.
October, November, it just depends. I'm on schedule from February till probably end of October with no days off. And here she is trying to talk about dates.
Yes. Comment if you think we should start going on dates.
They're going to say that
we
because
could
they
get
don't
enough
understand our
people
life.
To say yes, Shane might
The
actually
same
go
people
on
will
a
tell me
date
I
with
take
me.
a day off. I'm like, taking that time off costs
I'm
me
not
more
asking
than
for a whole
anything.
day. I'm asking. We could go work out. We could literally go work out at that gym that's right down the street from us, and that would be fun. Like, wouldn't that fill up your cup? And it'd be like killing two birds with one stone. It'd be like a date, and it'd be like we're working out.
No.
And we'd be like in a gym, and we get to do like the cool like equipment they have because they have like all that fun equipment.
Yeah.
And it'd just be one day a month.
Nope.
The drop-in's like $35.
It's not even.
It's not $35?
It's $20 per
Alright,
person.
see, there you go. $20. That's the cheapest date ever. A $40 date. Go down there. It's 8 minutes down the road. I think we could do it on a Tuesday morning. And if we went before we had piano, we'd literally still have our whole normal day. I could still clean. You could still do your half a day.
No, we have to. One of them have to go. I wouldn't have to. Either I wouldn't have to do my half day, or you wouldn't be able to clean.
Why?
Because I do part of my half a day while you guys are gone.
You would still be we would be gone still.
But I start it before you guys leave.
Yeah, well, we'd get back. We wouldn't be gone all morning. How long do you think you'd be working out for?
Don't know.
Like an hour and a half.
Sure.
Exactly. Anyways, alright guys, that's all I got. Thanks for giving us our questions, and anything else you want to say?
No.
This is a short one this week, but we still showed up.